All right. We are back. And this time, we're not in Ohio.
Thank God.
We finally found time to come down to Dolly Sods down in West Virginia. I'm really pumped about it. I haven't left Ohio backpacking since like last October and November. We got a good trip planned. We're doing 4 nights out in the Sods region. There's 45 miles of total trails. We'll see how much of that we cover.
So note that I've been here twice now to Dolly Sods, and the first time I was here the trails were just unmarked, flooded. I mean the sods are wet, we know that, but it'd be interesting to see if the trail conditions have improved. You most certainly need a GPS and a good map, because last time I was here the trails were hardly marked and it was difficult, but I mean that's just the fun of the Sods, really. So
fun of the Sods.
It was 90 degrees before we made it up to the Sods, and now it's what, 75?
Yeah, it's beautiful. So we're gonna get in a couple miles and set up camp, and then we'll talk more about what we're gonna do. But
yeah, thanks for joining us on this trip.
Thanks for joining us. Cue that sexy intro.
So we're about to cross into the Dolly Sods wilderness right now, and then of course
so there's a fun fact about the Sods here,
and this is in everybody's YouTube video, of course, the warning about the unexploded ordnance. You know, during World War II this was a U.S. Army training area for target practice, so I think every once in a while they still might find unexploded ordnance. I don't know.
So watch where you step.
Yeah, don't go digging around.
Don't go digging around. And this is also black bear country, and we haven't camped in black bear country in a while, so
be hanging the food.
We have to actually hang our food and stuff. No critter lines, yeah. No critter lines this trip. But you can see right down there. Yeah. That's where we enter. So the Sods is kind of split into 2 areas. There's a southern area that's all pine forest, where we're going to spend the first 2 days. And the northern area was all cleared out and logging, during logging, I don't know, a while ago, so it's like a very open mountaintop vista area, so we'll spend the second 2 nights there, which should be pretty cool. But for now, we're in the pine forest. Andy's rocking his Gossamer Gear Gorilla 40 for this 5-day 4-night trip, and as you can see, it is just maxed out.
It's maxed. I got too much water in there right now, but yeah, this is about, I don't really have much room for anything else.
No.
And we've got a long Isle Royale trip at the end of the summer, and we're going to be out for 7 days there, and I'm not going to be able to carry the amount of food.
No.
So I might have to...
Might be new pack time for Andy.
It might be new pack. Oh no,
new pack.
I have to get a new
oh
pack.
No! Found our first connector. So this will take us... We're going down Big Stone Coal and just going to find an area to camp. We hiked in from the Blackbird Knob trailhead, taking this Big Stone Coal number 513 just down there. I'm going to find a camping spot. Here's the entrance placard. Yeah. Are you ready for trails that are wet, rocky, and challenging? Able to use a map and compass. Prepared for unpredictable weather. All right.
I think so.
I think so.
I think so.
We'll find out. All right, so we probably hiked 2 miles in from the car, and it's like 8:15. So we found this nice little spot in the ferns with a little fire ring already made for us. So we're gonna set up, get a fire going, and then we'll discuss the dinner menu. Pretty amazing, the stuff you can carry on your backs. So we're all set up here. Got a fire going. Andy is hanging the bear line right through there, as far away from us as possible. And we're just gonna get cozy here. We got the chairs out, fire going, and then it's dinner time. All right, what's on the menu tonight?
Tonight we've got homemade spaghetti with meat sauce, the just rehydrated.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is a homemade marinara too.
Oh, nice.
Crushed my own tomatoes and everything.
Did you really?
Yeah.
On the opposite end of that spectrum, I've got Easy Mac with a flavored tuna packet in it, which I am just loving.
Not quite as homemade.
Not homemade whatsoever, but it's really good. And I got the flavored tuna packet. So it's 3:03 in the morning, and there have just been sounds circling us all night, and we just saw a bunch of deer. They've been walking around us all night, making noise, and we didn't know what it was. It was pretty freaky. But Andy shined the light out there and saw like a deer with the classic deer in the headlights look, so they've been walking around us all night. It's pretty annoying. These things are everywhere. It's like the movie Jurassic Park, but with deer instead of raptors. Everywhere. Good morning. Hi. Hi, buddy. You sniffing the air? All right, got some coffee in us. Things are improving. We got dual breakfast skillets down there, and we're gonna cold soak some food for lunch. We'll get into that. It's like almost 9, so a little bit of a late start for us, but
we were up all night because the deer wouldn't shut up.
yeah, this damn deer. All right, so we're all packed up. This campsite worked out really well. It's really pretty too. Other than the fact that this is some sort of deer
Trail.
feeding trail, nesting ground. So this is like a mile down the big Stone Cold Trail, and it's like a little fern area, and there are just deer everywhere at night. And it was like really cool at first, and it was
Super
really annoying.
And luckily we had hammocks, because if you had to set up a tent here, it would be miserable.
Yeah, there's not many tent options. But there's a fire ring, so it worked out well. So we're gonna hike about 6 miles down to Red Creek and do the daily SBO coffee break. So yeah, it should be really nice. It's like mid-60s and sunny, although it is supposed to rain all day, but
No rain yet.
no rain yet. So this is what we ran into here. You got to follow the cairns, and look at this. I mean, this is like rocky. Oh my God.
This is how you break trekking poles.
Yeah, this is how you break trekking poles, but there's a cairn here and a cairn there, and you just kind of follow them through. Wow. Make sure you have good shoes.
Dolly Sods just keeps on giving. Like, how beautiful is this little opening? Nice dry trail and nice creek running alongside it. It's starting to get warm now, but like, see up into the mountain a little bit.
Oh yeah. Man, this is cool.
Yeah. Good job, West Virginia.
Yeah.
It is Vista.
Pretty cool.
Just
Wow.
came out of a pine forest here to this awesome meadow.
Really pretty. It almost does feel like being out west. Yeah. There's water everywhere here. What? Nice fire ring. This would be a nice little solo campsite. Oh yeah. There are some deer tracks. Right there. Really pretty. So we're about 2 2 miles from where we camped last night, and there's just been campsites everywhere. Really nice ones too, all on the pine straw and the pine forest. So pretty nice.
Views that never end.
Yeah. So we're doing the mid-morning coffee break. We're on the Dunkenberger Trail right now, just over 3 miles from where we camped this morning, and we found this beautiful little stream. This beautiful little stream, and Andy's filtering water, and we are going to get some coffee on. So what coffee's on the menu for you?
Shoot. I think I'm going to do the Monongahela.
He's doing the instant espresso. I'm going to do the Nescafe because I did the Monongahela for breakfast coffee.
Yeah. But
But the brunch coffee will go with actual Nescafe coffee.
yeah, it's nothing like a little French Nescafe.
Little brunch coffee in front of this beautiful little stream we got behind us.
George Clooney does say Nescafe is the best coffee.
Is he the Nescafe guy? Clooney is? All right. Nice. And it's got to be good.
Yeah.
The mid-morning coffee break is done. On to Red Creek for the lunch stop. It's a series of eating and drinking here in Dolly Sods. And it's starting to get a little windy. There is rain in the forecast, but it's held off so far. And the temperature is really comfortable. So we'll see you at Red Creek. Not a terrible crossing. We're gonna get Andy doing this. Only got slightly wet. This next, that's where your feet get wet. I know. So lunch today, Andy and I are trying the Spaguyver special, the dehydrated buffalo chicken wrap.
Looks good.
It looks good, and we cold soaked it at breakfast, and it's just shredded chicken, buffalo sauce, a ranch packet, and some relish in it, and we're gonna spread that on some tortillas. But it looks like it rehydrated pretty well. So we just finished this climb up Big Stone Coal, and we're gonna go take the Rocky Point Trail around Breath Mountain. And we are completely out of water, so if we don't find any water soon, we're gonna have to take this trail back down to Red Creek, and we'll just camp down there, which was the original plan, but we were thinking about camping up on the mountain somewhere. But if there's no water, we clearly can't do that, so here we go. The best sound ever. We had to stash our packs up on that mountaintop. There was no water, so we came down here about 3/4 of a mile and found a raging waterfall. So we're gonna camel up. We can hold 7 liters, which should get us through tonight and tomorrow morning for sure. Camp tour. Big old fire pit here. Nice rocky chair there, which we won't use, and a rocky bench here. Nice for putting stuff on. And all our stuff. The burnt orange. Good?
Yeah.
You're gonna lower your foot in?
Yeah, I'm gonna lower
And my setup over here. Tarps are up. It's supposed to rain tonight, but it was supposed to rain all day today and it didn't, so whatever. So we're cooking dinner now. It's like 7 and we're discussing the plan for tomorrow. So I think tomorrow we're going to head up into the northern Sods area, the open area, and check out some campgrounds, ditch our food there, and check out Bear Rocks and just kind of explore the northern Sods area, the open area, and get out of this southern area where Red Creek is. But this is pretty nice. This is Breath Mountain, and there's like 4 or 5 campsites that run along this mountain crest. This is totally off the trail too, but they're cairns or cairns or cairns, whatever. Those piles of rocks that mark little side trails that'll bring you up here. The nightly ritual of the bear bag. And we were both impressed with these Z-Packs roll top blast food bags. They're bomb proof, and you can easily fit a week's worth of food in there.
Yeah, they've been awesome.
Yeah, they're sweet. All right. Andy went ahead and just put all of our firewood on there at once, so we've got a nice fire going. And it's blowing all the heat up into his tarp. It makes his little hammock area really warm. He likes it. Should be a good night though. It's windy. It's windy, but it's clear and temperature's not bad. All right, well, it's just about hiker's midnight, so it's actually got pretty cold up here and it's windy, so we're crawling in the hammocks. We're not going to sleep yet, but we're gonna get there, get warm, listen to podcasts, and then crash for the night. But it was a good day today. Perfect weather. It was supposed to rain all day, and it didn't, of course. So we got big plans for tomorrow. We're gonna hit the northern part of the Sods. Let's check it out. Also, I really hope there aren't any deer up here, because that was super annoying last night. Well, the deer are back. There's one 5 feet outside my hammock, just smelling the ground. See if you guys can see him. Andy and I believe we're wearing some sort of deer attractant that we don't know about. So you think that might be a male? You can see how close he is. He's been there for like 15 minutes. Andy walked up to that tree and he didn't care. And then we thought he might get trampled, so we backed off. Oh. Oh. Oh, brah, it's early, man. Alright, breakfast is on. We got instant espresso. Andy, what are you having? You're having Nescafe?
Yeah, just
Mr. Clooney?
Supporting George today. Breakfast skillet.
Breakfast skillet, and I am, it's a sad day for me. I'm all out of breakfast skillets, and I'm back to oatmeal.
Boo.
Boo. Alright, so we're trying to figure out what is up with the deer here. Because this is the second morning where they've been all around us all morning. There were 2 this morning that were prancing around, playing with each other, and they were surrounding us for probably like a solid hour. And it was the same exact deal yesterday morning, where there's just deer all around us in the morning. And it's weird, it's creepy, and we don't know why. So if anyone has any thoughts on that, or if anyone has been here, because I've never heard about Dolly Sods being such a deer-friendly place, right? Like, you never, like...
And they don't care that we're here.
They don't care at all. Andy got out and got 5 feet up to it, and it didn't do anything. So it's weird. It's still pretty annoying, because they do it so early in the morning. It's kind of cool to wake up and look over and see a deer right in front of your face, but they're kind of loud. And there were multiple this morning, and they were, like, prancing around, playing with each other. So I don't know what that's about. It's the mystic Dolly Sods deer. They don't seem like, they're not whitetail, right? Like, they're not the whitetail we have in Ohio.
They're smaller. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're smaller and darker.
So I said this yesterday morning. Hopefully tomorrow morning we won't have this issue.
Got a rocky trail this morning. Oop. Through the rhododendrons. Lots of rocks.
What, the Rocky Point Trail?
Yeah, this is the Rocky Point Trail. Which makes sense that there'd be a lot of rocks on it, I guess. Oh, there's some deer scrapings. And there's another one.
Oh, is this where they fed?
No. Yeah, so we did a little mountaineering, little boulder hopping. We found some cairns leading up to some random spots here. But look at this vista it led us to. It's pretty amazing.
It's cool.
And so these big boulder fields we have to scramble across on the side of this mountain.
We just had the ceremonial and traditional SBO mid-morning coffee break. And this is definitely one of the prettier coffee stops we've ever had. We hiked back down to Red Creek, more northern stretch of it, as we make our way north into the Sods area.